You can connect 4 amplifiers to the Ampapa Q1 digital to analog converter. Can you believe that? 2 via balanced tip ring sleeve connectors and another 2 via standard RCA connectors. Well, for example, you could provide sound for 4 different rooms, create a multi-room system, or even set up separate amplification for frequency bands. This is a very rare feature. Usually, even in more expensive models, there's only 1 or at most 2 outputs. Additionally, on the front panel, there is a 3.5mm jack for connecting your favorite headphones. By the way, it delivers approximately 1 watt per channel. In real-world conditions, this provides a confident volume level on the majority of headphones. And if you have heavy-duty 300 to 600 ohm classics, then everything depends on the sensitivity. Greetings, dear friends. My name is Arkady Zenin. I am the founder of Premium Hi-Fi. We are located in Riga, and we connect people with sound. As sources for the Ampapa Q1, you can use a PlayStation, Nintendo, phone or computer by connecting them via USB-C, a television or a CD player. Use the optical input on the back panel for this. If you happen to have any source with a coaxial output, the Q1 accepts signals even through coaxial. For those who dislike wires, there is a Bluetooth connection with high-quality codecs up to Qualcomm aptX adaptive for wireless audio transmission in high-resolution quality. The main trump card of the Ampapa Q1 is the presence of 2 digital-to-analog converter chips on board. At your disposal are the ESS Technology 9039 and the AKM 4493. Through the settings, you can choose exactly which chip will delight you today. By the way, both of these chips have proven themselves well and are used in devices of a much higher price range. The manufacturer claims a very low distortion level, less than 0.0002%, and a very good signal-to-noise ratio, over 121 decibels. The maximum sampling rate is 768 kHz at 32 bits, which more than covers the needs of even the most hardcore audiophile. Direct Stream Digital 512 is also supported. Such parameters are excessive for most usage scenarios, and the measurement results exceed the capabilities of most recordings in music collections. The Qualcomm QCC304 series chip is responsible for processing the Bluetooth signal. This is a well-proven chip that operates stably and ensures good sound quality. For those who enjoy tuning their gear, the possibility of replacing the operational amplifiers is provided. There are 4 of them on board, and by default, the Texas Instruments LM49720 are installed. We decided that they were worth replacing and ordered 4 units Muses 02. We'll talk a bit later about how this affected the sound. The Ampapa Q1 looks absolutely magnificent. It features a metal chassis with rounded edges, and on the sides there is a very beautiful Ampapa logo with backlighting. You can change the backlighting color according to your own preference. There are just an insane number of options. The top cover is transparent, and particularly sophisticated audiophiles can even remove it. It looks even more impressive and provides very easy access for replacing the operational amplifiers. There's a small color display on the front panel. You can choose the style of the needles, compact cassettes, or even spinning records, depending on your preference. Using this liquid crystal display, you also select the settings, and there is a vast multitude of settings here. You can change the display brightness, select the digital to analog converter filters, and even choose which digital to analog converter chip operates for the headphones and which one works for the line outputs. To the right of the liquid crystal display is a 3.5mm connector for plugging in your headphones. On the right side of the chassis, there is a multifunctional control knob. A long press turns the device on or off. A short press brings up the settings menu, and rotating it left or right lets you navigate through the menu. After finishing the settings, turning the knob adjusts the volume. It's very convenient, stylish, functional, and looks absolutely stunning. Ampapa Q1 is an incredibly functional and elegant digital to analog converter with some very rare features. I really liked it. Write in the comments what you think about how Ampapa Q1 looks. A WM Mini source connected via the optical input was used as the test system. The headphones for the test were the Hi-Fi Man He 42XA Drop Edition. The Ampapa Q1 was connected to the Ampapa D1 amplifier via balanced tip ring sleeve connectors. And then the speakers were audio stage reflector. The first connection with the original operational amplifiers was very pleasing with the high quality sound in the headphones. But the sound through the line out using passive speakers and an amplifier didn't seem quite as good as it could be to me. There was a feeling of slight constraint and a lack of dynamics. It felt like there was a curtain hanging between me and the sound. That's why we ordered 4 original Muses 02. It is worth noting here that it was necessary to search thoroughly to order specifically the original Muses 02 chips. Because there are a lot of fakes on AliExpress, and Muses 02 is exactly the case where authenticity really matters. As a result, we found the original distributor, Mouser Electronics, and ordered 4 operational amplifiers, paying quite a hefty sum, 168 euros. After replacing the operational amplifiers, the test was repeated under the same conditions. That's when I was completely satisfied with the sound quality. Guys, the Ampapa Q1 really shines after replacing the operational amplifiers. This sound can definitely be called audiophile. I really liked it. The sound in the headphones was good even before replacing the operational amplifiers. So, if you plan to use the Q1 as a desktop digital to analog converter amplifier for headphones, it's not necessary to replace the operational amplifiers. But if you plan to use Ampapa Q1 as a source and connect an amplifier or 4 amplifiers to it for separate band amplification, replacing the operational amplifiers will unlock its full potential. Musicality, in my opinion, is the most important thing for a music-loving audiophile or an audiophile music lover. The sound is very solid, clear and pure. You can hear a full-bodied deep bass. The vocal range is distinct and neutral, with neat highs and a clear musical texture. The difference when switching the digital to analog converter chips after replacing the operational amplifiers is practically imperceptible. Both the Asahi Kasei micro devices and the ESS technology Saber chips sound very good, but in the end I decided to stick with the Asahi Kasei micro devices. To me, this sound seemed more comfortable. The overall impression is one of plasticity, delicacy and musicality. Most importantly, musicality in everything. This is a gorgeous digital to analog converter with a lot of features and great potential for improvement. After replacing the Muses 02, there was noticeably more freedom in microdynamics and the soundstage gained more depth. The instruments are easier to distinguish from each other. Even though this is a budget digital to analog converter, you still get depth layering and the presence of the musician's images when you listen to music. And here it really makes sense to ask yourself, is there any point in buying something more expensive if modern budget devices already deliver such high sound quality that they satisfy even the most demanding listener? The Ampapa Q1 digital to analog converter performed well with the original operational amplifiers and really shined with the Muses 02. It is perfectly suited for all modern digital sources and can work either as a desktop digital to analog converter or as a digital to analog converter for a stereo system, providing highly accurate sound reproduction. It has a great design, comes with a remote control, looks excellent in any interior, and makes a perfect pair with the Ampapa D1 amplifier. Let me remind you once again, replacing the operational amplifiers in the digital to analog converter is a recommended procedure to fully unlock its potential. The device is well built. If you ask me whether I recommend it for purchase in your system, yes I do. I had a very positive experience using it. This was Arkady Zenin from Premium Hi-Fi. We are located in Riga and we connect people with sound. That's all for now, and may the right sound be with you. Come visit us.